Welcome back to the next video on CST Studio. So last video we just start with the introduction into CST, the initial setup and how to navigate to the dashboard. So today we will be discussing as per our timeline. We will start with the home option. Here you can see the home option. Likewise, we have modeling, then simulation, post processing and views. So we will be discussing all the five uh, tabs in the dashboard. So today this video we will be dealing with the home option in the dashboard. So let's get started without any further delay. So when you comes into the home, once you open the CST and you do the setup options, like different options you will select slot or patch kind of, then time domain analysis, navigate, you give a template name and all. Finally you end up into this the dashboard, official design dashboard of CST. And here in this home options you can see the first one is units. So if you click on units, you can able to see the default units or dimensions. So you can see here the dimensions all are in millimeters and the frequency is in gigahertz, time in nanoseconds, and the temperature in degrees centigrade. So this is the standard default options. Once you start configuring the CST, as I mentioned in the previous video, you can see the measurement units are there and we make it as default. And if you do any changes over there, and once you comes into the design dashboard, then if you want to change those dimensions, you can do it here. For example, if you want to change millimeter to centimeter or any other dimensions, you can do that. And if you need to change the frequency to any of the scale like hertz, kilohertz, megahertz, terahertz, so accordingly you can do the changes. So for now I'm keeping the default settings here. So this is the units. And simulation projects, yeah, we will go with this is the creating the different blocks and all, that simulation project we will go look into later. And setup solver, this is for running the design files, means we called in MATLAB we have run option. Similarly we have the setup solver to start this to start the simulation of what we designed. For that we use this start option or simulation this solver, and in that we can see different types of solvers are there. And we have already choose a time domain solver. So if you directly click on the start simulation option, it will start with the time domain solver only. So that's the thing. If you want to go for frequency domain solver for different kinds of simulations, then you can change it, because all these options you have already given once you start configuring the initial setup. Okay, so this start simulation is just like the run option. And optimizer is like parameter optimization in for example, if you are designing antennas, then if you want to optimize some parameters, we can use this parameter optimizer. And we can see these options later once you start designing antenna and all. And parameter sweep is there to like maybe you are having a length value of 10 or something, and you need to vary this length value from 1 by 1, like initially the length value is 1, then the length value is 2, like that. Then you can do this parameter sweep, because you can able to give 10 segments and you can give a single simulation. Then it will do every time it will iteratively give the values L equal to 1, L equal to 2, like that. So you can initialize a parameter here and you can do that parameter sweep options. And coming here you can see the calculator, inbuilt calculator is there. And these are, as usual, you can see the VBA codes to control the CST, automation, you can do that. Python, these are the few latest options which is available here in CST. And also that once you are start installing the latest versions of CST, the MATLAB runtime is also installing, so you can able to control the CST using MATLAB as well. So these are the options which is available in the home. And in the left side you can see this is the navigation tree. So in the navigation tree you can see all the, all the different options, like the components where the different layers you are creating, like ground layer, the substrate layer, the patch layer, all these layers what we create, the different bricks we create which will be available in components. Then groups, you can able to group them. Then materials, the kind of material used for each layers, that will be available here. Then these are the different options available. So then lambda elements, far field, ports, you need to give the excitation ports. Once you create the ports, it will be available here. Then field monitors, you maybe choose electric field monitor, magnetic field monitor, or hybrid, like different option far field monitors. So and far field, basically these are the three we will give for antennas. And then you can see after mesh, you can see that one dimensional result, two dimensional result, and far field results. And once you start designing antenna and your simulation is over, then we will come over this area where all the results will be available, like S11, VSWR, efficiencies, gain, directivity, how the radiation pattern will be. All these details will be available in this area, far field, 2D and one dimensional results. So this is the options over here. And once you come down, you can see here, under schematic, you can see, double click here, you can initialize some parameters. For example, h, I give a parameter height, and you can give the value here, expression. You can give h is equal to 1.6, and this 1.6 will be by default taken it as millimeters. So this is how I declare a parameter. So once you start designing, instead of giving 1.6 directly, I can able to call h. So this is case sensitive. If you are giving a small blocks, you small letter h, then you need to call the same small letter h, then only it will take the value 1.6. And this is here parameter list. You can able to create a new one, or if you want to delete it, you can delete it. These options are here. This parameter sweep will only work when you have a, by default you need to have some parameters you declare, then only you can able to do the parameter sweep. So keep in mind once you go for the parameter sweep. And now we can see here, these are the different view options which is available in the bottom right corner of the software. You can see here in the last option where a cube is there. If you click on that, you can able to see the different view perspectives. Like if you select on perspective view, this will be the by default. If you want to see the front view, and that these numbers are the shortcuts, you can use the shortcuts in the keyboard to select these different views. For example, I need to see the front view of the dashboards, and click on here, then you can see the front view. And you can see the axis here. Here the axis, to the right you are x axis horizontally, vertically you have the y axis, and the line which points towards you, that is the z axis. This is how the axes are aligned. And this is now the front view. And if you want to see the back view, this is the back view. This time you can see that the z axis is pointing towards the back side of the screen, so because this is the back view. Okay. And if you want to again if you want to see the left view, like this, if the left view, you can see the x-axis is now pointing towards you. So likewise you can able to see the different angles of what you design in this dashboard. And if you want to come back to the regular view, then you click on this perspective, it will go back to the older view, and you just click on the front, it will be towards the front. This is the by default options available here. And apart from this, you can see this is in a reset view. You can suppose you can use the scroll button over the mouse to zoom in and zoom out. This is option here. Suppose you have done some ultra zoom in and you want to come back to the normal position, then you can able to click on this reset view. It will come back to the original size of the block, okay, or the design. Okay, so this is this option here with a lens, and this is a rotate option. So if you click on this with an arrow, then you can able to rotate like this, clockwise and anti-clockwise direction. Okay, this is for this, and this is for zoom in and zoom out option. Just select an area, you can able to zoom in and zoom out. Typically the your mouse scroll button will do the same. Then you can choose this option, an arrow. This is a 360-degree rotation. You can able to see up and down, then able to see the left and right options. So this is here, and this is the move option. You can able to move around the screen. So this is all. So and this one is also the zoom option. By default you can use the mouse scroll button. So go to the reset view and I just make it as front. So this is how this works, and these are the different options. I think I have covered the entire options which is available in the home, and that's all. So we will go with the next video. We will discuss about the modeling part in the dashboards. So till then, stay tuned. Thank you.
It's caught in the crossfire.